So today we'll talk about manufacturing sector in COVID times. So how will SME, MSME sector manage next 6 to 12 months? What are your views?
I think next 12 months for the SME world is going to be a real challenging. Most of the SMEs live by month to month, quarter to quarter, half yearly to half yearly. So for them to manage next 6 months, where last 4 months they've not been working, and I foresee next 6 months they'll be working with a workforce of around 30 to 50%. Maybe in some cases it may be at 70%. So I think it's a huge challenge.
Will they have pre-COVID revenue and how will they cope with the challenges?
Pre-COVID is going to be a challenge. Personally, I think for some of the SMEs, I don't foresee any pre-COVID revenue coming before March 22. But once the supply chain is in place where a manufacturer gets his raw material literally 100% and he can sell his 100%, I think March 22, 23, for majority of the SMEs, I think they will touch the pre-COVID revenue. Plus, I foresee March 23, I think they should be jumping by 25%.
What is the financial stress you foresee and cash flows?
I think it's 12 months. Majority SMEs are got limits or they've got term loans from financial institutions. So there will be a stress on them. I mean, because the business is not existing to that level. So right, probably RBI has given them some moratorium period. But I think the RBI has to still come out with a one-time restructuring for the SME world. Without that, I think the cash flow will be a huge challenge. I mean, paying salaries, paying fixed expenses. I think it's a huge challenge for next 6 to 12 months.
Do you foresee this is a good time for merger and acquisition for manufacturing firms as India is in a good spot?
Of course. I think, a lot of companies today, of course, the valuation will always be an issue, but I think it's a great opportunity for Indian SMEs to look for M&A activities. There are a lot of foreign companies who are looking at India. They want to enter India. So the SME world, if they have the systems in place, they have the process in place, and they have the technology. If not the technology, they can take the technology from the international firms. So I think the SME companies should be looking at M&A, should be looking at joint venture. They should be looking at technology from international players.
Internationally, specifically with China being a challenge for many countries. What is your opinion?
I think it's not. I'm not telling it's a write-off. But as we can say that without discussing China, India today gives an opportunity for a lot of international players to look at India. China has become, the devil in the economic world, in the corporate world. So when we are trying to be nice or we can say India is a democratic country, and we have all the laws are very open. We have a very open policy. The FDI norms are very pretty good. So I think India is in a sweet spot.
As auto sector is now technologically compliant with international players, what about other sectors?
The reason auto sector has been technology savvy is because you have the biggest players in India who are manufacturing cars for India and the world. So they have to be, all the suppliers have to be upgraded to that level. But it's not the case with many other manufacturing sectors. Of course, pharma is an exception. But I think today every company, every sector has realized that they have to be up to date. They have to have a technology which is compliant, which is good, which can compete with the best in the world. And today, I think the mindset of Indian corporates are existing to that level.
What do you think where this present COVID will settle?
I'm sorry?
When do you think this COVID position will settle?
I think with no in sight for next, of course, everybody is making a noise that they will have it in August, September, December, March. But let's take an example example, the vaccine is out by the year end or the first quarter next year. But till that time, I think we have to play safe and the social distancing has to be done. So I think that will have an effect on the world. So I think next 12 months, we will have this COVID thing going on.
Any other important point you may like to share?
I think the SME, MSME world should now come out of their so-called SAIDG attitude. What I mean to say is they should look at professionalism. They should not look at having an accountant guy managing, being a CFO. They should not have a culture where they believe hum sab kar sakte hai. I think that's gone. That's lost. That's now over. It's like today when you have a small setup, he has probably the best people around. I think the same thing exists for a company which is 100, 200, 300 crores turnover. And he says, my accountant, मेरे साथ 25 साल पहले था, अभी वो CFO बन गया. I think that's not the case. They should really have professional team, whether it's finance, whether it's marketing, whether it's manufacturing, etc. and all. I mean, that's a change, that's a mindset change that the SMEs have to come through.
What is your message for the investors?
Well, I think India is, I mean, you take an example, I mean, not to make us noise, but I think Reliance has been making money while everybody is looking the other way around. But I think the SME world is looking that, okay, this is a good time. And the investors today, from my perspective, it's a long shot for them. I mean, maybe a couple of months, it will be not so rosy, but I think on the long run, they will be making money.
What are your suggestions to the government?
I think the government should be proactive. I think the insurance policy, I mean, from the COVID perspective I'm talking of, I think that insurance policy should be existing for every Indian now. I think there's a hesitancy of a lot of people to go to hospital for checking because they believe that for checking that the cost of the hospitals is very difficult to bear. Personally, I think one, they should have this COVID insurance which is meant for everybody. I think there is a sector of SMEs who are not in the loan sector. I think what is the government doing for them? I mean, they're not taking in loan, but the business is in a problem. So what is that the government is going to give it to them that there is some benefit that they will gain, which otherwise the normal people have taken loans. So I think the government has to relook at some of the points from the corporate world.
Don't you think when big companies are in trouble, small companies, SMEs are more risky?
Yes, of course. I mean, as I said, so they're living by month to month, quarter to quarter. The small companies will be in problem, will be a challenge for them. And as I said sometime back, the word professionalism really did not exist at that level. So now what is happening, the business, the scenario will change, the marketing scenario will change. The online sector will pick up. I mean, today you have every booking of immunity level, and so everything is sold online. I mean, Dabur today is selling immunity products much more online than offline. So I think the way of doing business has to be relooked by literally every SME. I think they should have some meditation on that. Otherwise, it will be, if you're telling me that, okay, we will sit on the pre-COVID working days, I think from my perspective, a lot of SME, this is over.
Which sectors you are bullish?
I think in manufacturing bullish. I mean, it's manufacturing is one of them. Pharma is one of them. I think these two sectors, we have to online, anything online, I think there's a huge market now. M&A activities will pick up. I think I read an article that India is going to be a place for M&A. I think these are a couple of places where I foresee a bullish activity going on.
There are apprehension that China is going to acquire many Indian companies. So what is the status on that?
I think the government has already put its, it's a break on that. That anybody looking, China coming from China, if they're doing some sort of investment, they have to go to the government route. I think that's a good thing, and India is one of the countries that did that. Many countries are following up because they know that China is having too much of money with them, so they can do anything. So I personally don't fool with the with the steps taken by the government, that acquisition will come directly from China, but it can come indirectly. There are many Indian, Chinese companies. They may do something, they may get listed and they may do some M&A activities